Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So guys, I'm super excited for today's pick a card reading. So my loves, today's pick a card reading, as you can tell by the title, is going to be what are the signs you see trying to tell you. So you have been noticing repetitious signs, you have been noticing that maybe, I don't know, like a word is following you, a song, a color. Maybe you somehow feel the energy of something. Maybe you see a certain angel number, or maybe you feel like something is happening around you, kind of like where you just notice like, that is suspicious. Like, why am I seeing these signs? Why? Or kind of like omens, where you have been noticing omens, you have been noticing signs. You have been noticing that it almost feels like the universe is trying to communicate something to you. And that's what we're going to look at today, okay? So we're going to decipher and decode what the signs you see from spirit and the universe and your spirit guides are all about, okay? Or if you follow the trail of the signs, where it will lead you or where will it take you. Next up, you can choose between 3 images. And if you feel very indecisive, you can go on Google, find a number generator and ask your spirit guides, ask spirit, the universe, to guide you to the right pile. And then click on the number generator and it will spit out a number, and that's basically your reading, or spirit has chosen this pile for you, or they want you to listen to this pile. If you feel drawn to more than one, go ahead, okay? Because there might be an energy where you might be receiving multiple signs, so spirit could be telling you like more than one thing, if that makes sense. Or your spirit guides, they want to more than one thing. So if you are drawn to more than one pile, totally do that, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my lovely pile number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. So you guys have been seeing signs and you have been wondering, what do these signs mean? Or you already know what these signs mean, but you need just an extra confirmation that it really is what you are thinking, if that makes sense, okay? So this is what we're going to look at today. What are the signs that you see in the synchronicities that are happening? What are they all about? Ooh, that's a lot of smoke. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. I first of all want to talk about the signs that you are receiving, okay? Because Spirit is showing me what these signs are. And then we're going to talk about what they really mean, or why are you seeing these signs, or what is Spirit trying to communicate to you, or your spirit guides, okay? Or God or the universe. So first things first, I pick up an energy where you might have been, and also it could also include dreams, okay? Or it also could include things that you are very drawn to lately, okay? So I'm picking up a strong energy where you maybe have been receiving kind of like signs about, like, I'm seeing the word go, I'm seeing the word yes, where you maybe have been seeing a lot of like yes, yeah, yup, you know, like where you go somewhere and you see the word yes. For example, it's on a car plate or something along those lines, where you think about something and there's like a yes, or something about the word yes could be significant somehow, some way. You have been hearing a loud and clear yes, in your dreams, or something about a yes or no question in a dream, or something about a yes or no type of energy that you have been, that is connected to the signs that you have been receiving. Again, it could also be in a dream, or it could just be like a feeling or something along those lines, okay? For others of you, there could have also been like there could have been signs when it comes to traveling, such as like you dreaming of different cities, or something about being drawn to different cities, or for example, you get a call from a completely different continent, you know, like when you work in customer service and then the person's calling you from different countries, or you notice that you meet a lot of foreign people, or something about you keep dreaming about a particular place, or you feel magically drawn to a particular place, or you see a word everywhere. For example, Paris. Everywhere you go, it's Paris, 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 Paris. Something about a city could have been highlighted, or you could have received a lot of signs around a city. You could have also received a lot of signs around, I'm also seeing like a globe, or something about worldwide, a globe, continents is what I'm picking up here. Also something about a suitcase. Maybe you have been, you know, seeing suitcases, or something about there was a particular sign on a suitcase is what I'm picking up here, okay? What else? What else is coming through here? Give me a moment, guys. I also feel like you have been also seeing something about like the end, because I'm picking up an energy of like an end and a beginning. So I'm picking up the energy of an end and a beginning. So there's something about, I'm also seeing something about the end, or something about the end of a movie, or the beginning of a movie, or something about go, green light, getting a green light, or something along those lines, or something about moving or leaving something behind where you maybe feel the need to leave, or maybe you have been, you know, like receiving signs about like leaving, or about like that you're not gonna stay where you are at. Does that make sense? So where you have like a strong feeling that where you live, you're not gonna stay there, but it does feel like across like where you're not gonna stay in the country that you live in, that you're gonna go elsewhere. So the signs maybe also have been telling you that your home is in a different country, maybe possibly even on a different continent, okay? Is what I'm picking up here. What else is coming through? Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here, because and I'm also seeing something about a lake, something about a boat. I'm seeing like things that kind of like transport you somewhere. Does that make sense? So I'm seeing airplanes, I'm seeing a boat, I'm seeing a bicycle, cars, something about maybe they have been like very like, you've been receiving a lot of signs when it comes to like a bike, a bicycle, motor bicycle, boats, cars, something about driving. And I also see something about an alarm, like how can I explain that? I'm gonna tell you the story in a second. So we have here the card True. It says, yes, what you are asking about is the truth. So basically, the signs that you have been receiving is the universe wanting to confirm to you that what you are thinking is correct. So they maybe have been trying to send you a lot of like yes, or maybe, for example, you think about something and you see an angel number. This is the universe confirming that you are on the right path when it comes to your thoughts, okay? For some of you guys, it was like a very bold yes, or a very bold yeah, or yep, or something along those lines, or see, maybe even a yes in a different language. But something about where spirit wants to confirm. This feels like a confirmation. It almost feels like you already know the truth, but you are not quite sure if what you're thinking is really what this is. So the signs have been telling you, yes, what you are thinking is the truth, or your feelings are telling you the truth, or something about, yes, it's time to go, yes, it's time to travel, yes, it is time to, I don't know, think bigger, it's time to move on, something about a green light, kind of like, because sometimes the universe is telling us it's not the right time, right? Sometimes the universe tells us, no, stay here, you need more time for something, or something needs more time. So they're basically showing us a red light, kind of like stop, or even like a yellow light, kind of like almost. But this for me feels like a green light, almost like an energy where Spirit is saying, it's time to go, or it's time to take action, or it's time to leave something behind. Okay, this could be a habit, this could be a situation, or kind of like a dynamic, or kind of like to switch something up when it comes to, I'm also hearing something about the roles reversing, something about where it's also, the signs maybe also have been telling you that you will be playing a different role, or it's time for you to play a different role. And what I'm trying to say with that is, how can I explain that? Where maybe you have been, because I'm picking up a strong, and let me show you the card, and I'm obsessed with these cards, okay? And I'm a little bit, you know what the funny thing is, I just started your reading, and you guys know that I talk a lot, so I have 2 batteries, and they usually run out very fast because I talk like a waterfall. And you know, whenever the battery is not full and when the battery is empty, so maybe for some of you guys the signs also have been telling you your battery is empty, you need to recharge, or something is draining you. But anyway, so there's like this, it's like blinking red, and it really gets on my nerves, and I have to change the battery because it kind of like is distracting me. So there could also be an energy where maybe you felt like something is distracting you, or you maybe felt like there's something about where spirit maybe has been trying to show you that something is distracting you more than you think. Does that make sense? Where you could accomplish a lot more in a shorter amount of time if you were not so distracted by something else, okay? But anyway, give me a moment. I want to change the battery because it really gets on my nerves. Okay, so let me show you the card here. So we have the 8 of Cups here. I am so obsessed with these cards. I freaking love them. You guys know that I'm going to do a, in case you have seen my community post, I'm going to do a, how do you call it? A video where I'm going to show you my card collection, like my tarot card collection and my oracle card collection, in case you need some inspiration, or maybe the deck of your dreams is somewhere in there in case you do read cards for yourself. But I'm obsessed with these cards. These are my new obsession. They're called the Cosmic Psycho Tarot, and I think it's by an indie brand. I'm really sorry because I don't know who the lady is who created them, but thank God that she followed her creativity and created them, because I'm obsessed with them and they make me super duper happy. In case anybody does read tarot, you guys know what I mean. It's just like, oh my God, I feel so, it makes me so happy. Anyway, so we have here the 8 of Cups. Okay, and I'm picking up the energy of like roles reversing, because usually the man is the one that goes to work and the woman is the one that stays at home. So maybe the there's something about reverse roles, or something about it's time for the roles to be reversed. Something about maybe, for example, because I feel like a strong energy where you have been taking care of somebody. Okay, for some of you guys, I'm picking up a strong energy where you have been taking care of somebody. You have been very focused on making another person happy. Okay, or something about like putting your desires and your needs and your happiness and your plans on the back burner, because you have been very focused on making another person happy or helping another person out. There's something about, because I feel like a strong energy where you have been helping a lot of people out. This could be a particular person. Maybe you really help out all your family, and you sacrifice your time and even your sleep to help another person, to help a friend. You're always there to give advice to people and to listen to people. But the universe is saying, or the signs are saying, that it is your time. I did a Patreon reading where I said something about, you know, like in a movie, if you think about a movie, if you think about a movie, like different actors have screen time, right? Where one particular person has a certain amount of screen time in a movie, and then the next character is being introduced, and then they have the screen time. And I almost want to say where someone had, like, I don't know, where you gave special attention to somebody, or again, you have been really focused on making other people happy. You felt like it was your responsibility to maybe help your friends, to help your family, to help your children and stuff like that, and to kind of like put your needs in the back burner, or to put your plans in the back burner, because maybe these people were really down and you really needed to uplift them again. Okay, you maybe needed to uplift them again, or you maybe needed to get them out of like the funk or something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. And I'm picking up an energy where the signs have been telling you that it is time for you to be like the main character, or that it is your screen time now. Does that make sense? Because again, I feel like a strong energy here with the Eight of Cups. First of all, for some of you guys, the signs have been telling you it's time for you to leave. Okay, something about, I also talked about that on Patreon. Maybe someone here is thinking about joining Patreon. I would be very happy to welcome you there. But anyway, I talked about like a fish, you know, like a goldfish that is in a fish tank. And then when the goldfish is growing, it becomes too big for the fish tank, and spirit wants to transfer you to a pond or a lake or even an ocean. And that's what it feels like to me, where you maybe even have outgrown a certain job or a certain kind of like lifestyle, or maybe even a certain like connection. And I'm not saying like to leave these people behind, because you know, I am just a tarot reader and you need to know what is really right for you. Okay, for some of you guys, the answer is yes, it's time to leave, it's time to go, or it's time to do something on your own, because I pick up a strong energy of like where you maybe again do a lot for other people, and you think it is selfish to do something for yourself, but the signs literally have been telling you that what you're doing is unhealthy. This is not a balanced scale. When a person is balanced, or when you think about a balanced scale, you take care of other people, you help other people, but you also need time to take care of yourself and help yourself. You help other people to be happy, or you bring happiness to other people. Maybe you help people to achieve their goals and their dreams, but then there's also time for you to focus on your goals and your dreams, where you really just think about yourself. Okay, so maybe the scale has been very unbalanced, where your thoughts, or kind of like you put a lot of effort into other people or other people's plans or other people's happiness, other people's joy, and it has been draining you. Okay, now with the Eight of Cups here, again, I'm not saying for everybody the answer is to walk away. For some of you guys, there's also something about like changing the role, something about where people no longer see you as, how can I explain that? It almost feels like where it's time to show people a different side of you, but I'm not even meaning that in a bad way. For example, you work in a company and you feel like you know, people have not been noticing your talent, and you feel like you are very talented and you want to climb up the corporate ladder. Maybe it's time for you to no longer be the shy person or the quiet person. Maybe it's time for you to be a little bit more bold, or a little bit more demanding, or a little bit more show-offish, kind of like where you do show off your talents so that you do get recognized, because maybe people don't see you because you're hiding certain talents that you have. Does that make sense? Where you kind of step into a different character, or where you fully embrace a different side of you. For some of you guys, you have been a people pleaser for all your life, and now it's time for you to really embrace like being wild, or really doing something for yourself. You can even like, because I know a lot of people feel guilty for taking care of themselves. Spirit is telling me to cleanse. A lot of people feel guilty for taking care of themselves, but we all know that you have to kind of like, if you are not happy and healthy, how can you then provide healthiness and happiness to other people? Does that make sense? Something about, you know, even in an airplane, where you put like the oxygen mask on yourself before you help another person, or you're both gonna be fucked up, right? If you don't take care of yourself, you're both gonna be fucked up if you think about it. And I know a lot of people find themselves feeling guilty for making decisions for yourself, but always think about a scale. Okay, always think about a scale. Maybe there has even been signs around a scale, or yeah, where you have been maybe seeing like scales, or something about I'm being brought to yin yang. I'm being brought to like two coins, or two sides of the coin. Something about maybe you have been also noticing the signs show you like two sides or two energies, kind of like the devil and the angel, yin and yang, night and day, kind of like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like what the universe has been showing you, like two energies that are the same, but they're different on a different level, or like a kind of like, I'm hearing also twins, something about twins, or something about like it comes in two. I mean, I'm seeing something about it comes in two. Or you have been seeing that certain things are very similar to each other, but there's still a difference. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like where you meet somebody and they remind you of you, but they are like the fluffy version of you. Does that make sense? There's something, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm seeing like also maybe people that have one color of their hairs, like, or you have been drawn to that, like one color is white, the other one is black, like when it comes to a hairstyle, or something about like two colors, or two opposite energies, or where two things that are very opposite come together is also something that I'm picking up here. There's something about two opposites that are basically the same, but they embrace different energy. Like yin and yang is basically the same, but they take care of different energies. I'm also being brought to the sun and the moon. I'm being brought to Libra energy. Maybe Libra energy has been very highlighted in your life. I'm also being brought to like Libra Aries. Okay, and I think it's 1 and 7. So maybe you have been seeing a lot of ones, a lot of sevens, or something about 1717, like 1717 is what I'm picking up here. Okay, but ultimately, to me, it feels like a scale. That spirit is highlighting, and you have been tipping the scale, and they're basically saying it's time for you to kind of like bring balance back into your life. So the signs have been telling you either it's time for you to switch the roles or play a different, not that you are playing a character, but you're stepping into a new version of yourself that is more demanding, and you are more show-offish, because that's the only way people can like notice you. But you're not doing it because you are an attention seeker. You're doing it because you genuinely believe that you deserve a chance, or do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me, or something about, or maybe the universe has been telling you it's time for you to put yourself out there, or people need to see you, or you need to be seen. So maybe you had dreams about being exposed, or maybe you had dreams about like a lot of people seeing you, or something along those lines. Okay, for some of you guys, I'm literally hearing like the world is waiting for you. Okay, hold on, let me show it to you. I'm picking up the energy of like the world is waiting for you, or it's time for you to travel, or it's time for you to go out there in the world. Or I'm also hearing the world is your oyster, or something about it's time for you to kind of like, I don't know, explore the city more, or explore the world more, or something about it's time for you to be seen. Okay, for some of you guys, it's literally time for you to be seen for your talents, and like there's something about like why wait, or why wait another year for you to be like seen, or why wait for another year for you to, I don't know, like travel, or I don't know, like I'm also hearing something about like where you have been pushing a plan away because of another person, or because of family, because of friends, because of this and that and this and that. And spirit might be saying, if these people, because I'm picking up an energy where maybe you have been also trying to push your plans to the side, so you wait for another person to catch up. Does that make sense? So I don't know what this means to you guys, but for some of you guys, I feel like you have been trying to like push your plans to the side because you have been waiting for another person to catch up. Don't know what that would mean, but I feel like an energy where spirit is saying it might be time for you to do this on your own, because this person's not going to catch up, or it's going to take a long time for this person to catch up, and you're going to be very unhappy. Like it's kind of like a missed opportunity, because I feel like you did already give enough. It's almost this energy where you gave a person time. Like, I'm giving you this time to catch up with me, or I'm waiting for you until you are ready, or maybe you even have been given a person time to change. Or does that make sense, where you have been, not that you have been giving a person an ultimatum, but I feel like you have been giving a situation time. Like, I'm going to observe this, I'm giving this time, I'm giving this person time to change, I'm giving this person time to improve, or I'm giving this situation time to improve, but it has not been improving. So spirit is saying you already genuinely gave time to a situation and nothing has been changing, or you don't see the progress that you would have loved to see. So maybe it's time for you to move on, and possibly even by yourself, because at the end of the day, everybody creates their own happiness, and you know, it doesn't make sense if both people are miserable, or something about like where it's also important that you are happy and not just the other person. I don't know what this would mean in your life for some of you guys. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is I want to tell you something which is so weird, but it's like, I don't know why this is going to be significant, but let me tell you something. So you can see this image here, right? I think 2 days ago, I went to a coffee shop. That would make sense. I went to a coffee shop. Yeah, you could have also noticed that a lot of things are going wrong in a particular place, and Spirit maybe has been telling you you shouldn't go there anymore. Does that make sense? Where you go to a coffee shop because there was so much weird stuff happening at that coffee shop. They got my order wrong 3 times. There's this one guy that is like that he hates me. I don't know why. He's always gossiping about me, and there used to be very good energy, but now it's kind of weird. And on that day, it was there was an apartment that caught fire, and it literally looked like that. It was like a skyscraper, and it literally looked like this, where there were like 2 apartments that caught fire. So maybe you also have been like maybe dreaming of fire, or you have been like something about fire or something about candles, or where you maybe Spirit has been also highlighting candles or fire rituals, or a fire sign, maybe like. It makes sense, like a fire sign. In case you do follow astrology, maybe Spirit has been trying to communicate something to you through a fire sign, or maybe Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy is very significant in your life right now. Because, for example, an Aries, they usually find themselves being happy, but again, Aries have to be careful not to become too selfish and not to tip the scale where they want to win at all costs, and they don't mind, where they don't mind hurting other people on purpose to get to their goals. That's like a toxic energy of an Aries. For some of you guys, Spirit might want you to research about where Aries has their strength, because a strong Aries or a healthy Aries knows when to take time for themselves. They know when to be disciplined, and Aries does know when to say no to another person because they focus on their stuff. It's kind of like where you focus on your project, and when you have time, you help another person with their project, but not that you only help another person with their project and then you get a bad grade. Let's say, for example, you go to school, okay, and another person's helping you. Hey, can you help me with my project, with my art project? So you help this other person with their art project, and then time runs out, and then when it's time for you to do your art project, you only can like do the bare minimum, and then when you go to school, you get like a bad grade. The other person gets like an A grade, which is awesome. We love that, but most of the work you have done, so they get the credit for it, but on your end you get like a bad degree, or you get like you don't pass the test because there was not enough time for you to focus on your degree or focus on your project. That's what it feels like to me. It is awesome, and we want both of you guys to win, so it doesn't make sense to let the other person win and help them, and then you get a bad grade where you sacrifice like maybe your grades at school, or you sacrifice like your happiness, or you sacrifice like what your life could look like if you weren't so focused on helping another person building their life. Okay, there could even be an energy. I'm also hearing, take it with a grain of salt, I'm just a tarot reader. I'm also hearing something about the signs also maybe have been telling you that something is not compatible, where your energy is not compatible with another person. Because if it was compatible, it would be easier, the teamwork would be easier. Or do you know what I mean? Because if we both have the same plan, how can I explain it? So if we both have the same plan, if we both want to achieve something, okay, let's say for example we both want to go to a coffee shop because we both want to work on something, then it's going to be very easy to fulfill my needs and my wishes as well as yours. I'm going to keep you company. We both go to the coffee shop, we both talk and drink and work a little bit, so I work on my stuff, but at the same time I'm nurturing the relationship between you and me, right? That would be like compatibility when it comes to plans. So it's easier for me to kind of like nurture the relationship with you and be there for you, but also be there for myself, because we both want the same thing. So it's very compatible. But if you want to go to I don't know, if you want to go to a club and I want to work on something, then it's going to be a little bit harder to put these plans together, and there might possibly be an energy where something is not compatible. Okay, that's what I mean by that. But again, you have to see how it's going to make sense in your life, because this is a general reading. So if you feel like this is not for you, then it's probably for somebody else watching. The other person's like, yes, Cynthia, that's exactly what I've been feeling. Okay, now I want to tell you the story. So there was like a huge, I don't know if it was a huge fire, but there was like a fire, or like 2 apartments caught fire. It looked exactly like this picture here, so they could have also been an energy where spirit has been trying to like alarm you, kind of like a stop or like an alarm, or something about like where spirit wants to stop you from doing something. Okay, something about where you maybe feel a blockage, or you feel like you're trying to do something but it's not going through. Does that make sense? Where you try to kind of like send an email but the email doesn't go through, you try it 5 times and it doesn't work. So maybe there has also been like a pushback or something about stop, don't do that, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, especially because we have bad health here. So spirit definitely has been trying to tell you that something is not good for your health, or a situation is unhealthy, or a habit is unhealthy. Maybe even like you eat a certain food and every time you eat this food you get bloated. Okay, something about cut this food out of your life, or something about like this situation is no longer healthy. Maybe it was healthy at some point, but in this particular time in your life it's not healthy anymore. Something about spirit has been trying to tell you that something is not healthy, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, they have been trying to tell you that something is not healthy. They have been trying to tell you that it's time for you to, with the 3 of Wands, I'm also hearing something about expect more, or something about, how can I explain that, where I'm also hearing you sometimes expect like the bare minimum from people, but spirit is saying they want you to expect more from life, or they want you to dream bigger, or be more, how can I explain that? I'm hearing something about take control, something about where you also take control of how much you get by demanding it. So maybe they have been trying to show you that demanding what you wish for is not a bad thing, or asking what you wish for is not a bad thing. Does that make sense? Something about it's okay to ask for what you want, it's okay to demand something, not, of course, not in a way where you are a spoiled brat, but where you make like a clear statement, this is what I want, without feeling guilty, or something about not, I don't know, because I feel like an energy where maybe you sometimes just let things happen, and spirit maybe has been trying to tell you that they want you to kind of like take more control of it, or take more control of your time, where other people's schedule does not determine what you do on that day, where other people's schedule doesn't determine what you do in a day, but that you determine how your day goes. Does that make sense? Because let me tell you something, guys. Every time you journal, every time you pray, every time you ask spirit for something, you determine the energy. Because if we think about it, if you never say what you want, or if you don't, because if I have learned anything in the last couple of months, it is that you determine a lot of things. Again, there's always a scale. There's a lot of things that are out of your control. Everything is in a scale. The whole universe is constructed, the whole universe revolves around a scale, around opposite energies, around the yin and yang. So as much as we say it's in God's hands, it's in the hands of the universe, right? There's also a time in a day where something is in your hands. There's also a time in a day where you decide. There's also a time in a day where you say, this is what I want. And then spirit either says, yes, that's good for you, we're going to give it to you, or they're telling you, no, there's something better. Does that make sense? So it's not like everything that happens in your life is only determined by God in the universe, and not everything that happens in your life is determined by you. There's always a balanced scale. So maybe spirit has been trying to teach you. So I'm hearing a ring. I'm hearing like a weird noise here. So maybe spirit has been trying to show you that there's 2 sides to a coin, or there's like 2 ways something can go, but you determine it, or something about where things are not just like black and white, or something about you find the truth in the middle when you look at both energies. So it's not just one thing and it's not just the other. It's like something in the middle, depending on the day, depending on the question, depending on the person, depending on the chapter that you are in your life, where something is not like fully determined, but it's like it's a play between 2 energies. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's this and sometimes it's that. It's not just like it's not a straightforward answer. And now, guys, the funny part is, for some odd reason, I'm hearing like a ringing. So maybe the signs also have been like an alarm to get away from something, or because if I think about the fire, it's kind of like where as if Spirit is telling you, you need to get away from that energy, or you need to get away from something, or something is very destructive is what I'm picking up here. Again, I don't want to scare you guys. You're going to know if it's your message, but I'm hearing like an alarm, or I'm hearing like a ringing, or something about a call or a phone call is what I'm picking up here, or something about you hearing weird noises. But it's like how can I explain that? Also something about where you feel very, very healthy in one energy, and in another energy you find yourself feeling destructive or having very destructive thoughts. Does that make sense? So in one energy, you feel very calm, very healthy, and or in one person's presence you feel very calm and healthy, and you almost feel upbeat, or when you are in this person's presence, or when you listen to the song, or when you listen to this music, or when you go to this place, you find yourself having very positive thoughts like, I can achieve anything, I'm gonna make this happen, I'm connected to the universe, everything works out in my favor. And then when you are in another place or in another person's presence, you find yourself doubting yourself. So you have more destructive thoughts in one place, and in another place you find yourself feeling so healthy, or you're noticing the difference where your thoughts are very healthy in that place. So maybe Spirit is telling you, don't be in this destructive or where something is triggering destructive thoughts, and Spirit wants you to notice where destructive thoughts arise, and when destructive thoughts calm down, and where you possibly even find yourself having very positive thoughts. That is like your compass, that this energy, this person, this place is like you need to avoid it, or limit your time, or possibly even like walk away, or like end something, because the World card also talks about like the ending of a journey. I'm also picking up, guys, I know my readings are long, but I hope you have a beverage, and if it's too long for you guys, you can also put me on like a faster speed or something along those lines, or watch me like from, you watch one part today, the other one tomorrow, or something along those lines, okay? But anyway, I'm also picking up here something about where Spirit maybe has been telling you that I'm hearing the end is avoidable, or where some type of ending is avoidable, or where it's time for you to end something. It's like a person who comes over. I don't have any better explanation, but it's like a person who comes over and you welcomed them, and you were so happy that they were with you, but it's time for them to kind of like give you time for yourself. But they don't realize that their stay is overdue, or them leaving, or the departure is overdue. Okay. There's also something about, if I could describe the energy, it's kind of like when you oversleep, or when you kind of like sleep in and you miss your flight. That's what it feels like. It's kind of like Spirit is wanting to wake you up. Hey, it's time for you to take this flight, but you're still sleeping. That's what it feels like. So maybe something about the time is now, don't miss this opportunity, or something about where it's time for you to walk away or end a situation, or something has come to an end, and it's time for you to acknowledge that end, so that a new chapter can happen in your life, is what I'm picking up here. Now, the funny part is, I was looking at the court house, and I was like, what is that supposed to mean? But court house usually also talks about like, like arrangements, or it talks about kind of like a judgment. And with the court usually like deciphers if something is, you maybe have also been thinking about if you maybe have had like a hunch that someone could be the reason why you feel drained, or someone could be the reason why your health is not so good, or someone could be the reason why you feel destructive, or something could be the reason. Okay, it could even be like, oh man, every time I drink coffee I feel like shit. So maybe the coffee is like the stone in the shoe, if it's not a person. Something about like deciphering, like where who is guilty, or what is guilty. Like, I don't like this word, it's like a very heavy word, but this is what I'm being brought to, or like what is wrong here, basically. Okay, and Spirit is saying what you're thinking about is true, so you probably already know what the stone in the shoe is, and maybe you have been like second guessing yourself, or maybe you even have been gaslit by another person that it's your fault and not theirs. So just see how it goes. But Spirit wants to confirm to you, yes, it says yes. So Spirit basically wants to confirm, yes, what you're asking about is the truth, or what you think is true, or something about there's truth behind your suspicion when it comes to something draining you, or when it comes to like you feeling like your battery is low, or like an energy vampire, or something along those lines, okay? Yeah, I'm literally hearing it's time for you to move on. Or maybe you have been feeling like another person makes you feel guilty for doing something for yourself, where they say, I support you, but do you know what I mean? Where you want to do something for yourself and you feel like this person's holding a grudge against you for fulfilling your wishes or doing something for yourself. They might not be saying it straightforward, but they might be like, they might be throwing a temper tantrum, or they might be very weird when you do something for yourself, which kind of like shows you how selfish this person is, or that this person is like, I don't know, where this person is codependent, where a person cannot do something on their own unless you are there. Does that make sense? Where somebody relies too much on you to the point where it's unhealthy, is what I'm picking up here, okay? Or maybe you have been noticing that you relied too much on another person. Maybe you relied too much on astrology. Maybe you watched too many tarot readings. Maybe you relied too much on other people's opinion, and then you have been catching yourself, man, I relied too much on other people's opinion, and Spirit has been trying to show you that you can trust yourself. So the signs have been telling you that your intuition is so strong that you don't even need guidance and, you know, like wise words from another person all the time, because you have the answers by yourself, or you know things by yourself, or you receive signs that already tell you everything that you need to know, so you don't have to listen to so many opinions from other people, okay? Where Spirit has been trying to kind of like make you feel confident about your intuition by confirming a lot of stuff, because you have been questioning it and you have been seeking guidance and wisdom from other people, okay? And Spirit is basically saying it's time for you to do this on your own, to trust yourself, to not seek so much opinion from other people, but to see what happens when you go, what happens when you listen to your own intuition for the next 2 or 3 months, and you don't listen to tarot readings, or you don't listen to astrology readings, or you don't, I don't know, like listen to a particular person in your life, okay? It says curiosity, start a project related to something you're curious about. The signs also have been telling you that it's time for you to follow your curiosity, or that there's more behind what you are curious about, that what you are drawn to is not random, or that there's like something big waiting for you behind what you are interested in, or what you are curious about. Something about where curiosity is going to lead you to manifesting your dreams, or getting to your dreams, or something about where your curiosity is going to be the reason why you are going to create a life for yourself where you make a good amount of money, or where you're just literally happy with your life, is what I'm picking up here. Usually people that really have an amazing life and that they're very happy with their life, they were once not happy with their life. And what did they do? They were following their curiosity, or they said, I am not taking this bullshit. I'm not letting this matrix, I'm not letting other people tell me how it's like an energy where the people that have a beautiful life, at some point they were very unhappy, and they told themselves, I'm not gonna let anybody tell me what to do with my life. I'm gonna decide what is going to happen with my life, okay? Of course, in connection to God, but at the same time also like, this is what I want. So they decided that's what they wanted, and they didn't let other people tell them that they cannot have it, or something about where kind of like the world or the matrix, or kind of like the dynamic or the system that is upon planet Earth determines to you what is possible and what is not. Does that make sense? So those people that have a great life, they were following their curiosity. They didn't take no for an answer. They didn't take other people's bullshit. They didn't let themselves get encouraged for too long. And they were very stubborn. In this case, stubbornness is very like, if you think about all the people that achieved something, they were stubborn. So in this case, maybe Spirit has been telling you it's time for you to be a little bit more stubborn. Okay, because if you ask me, I feel like stubbornness is very healthy depending on the situation. Okay, sometimes you need to kind of like surrender. Again, we have a balanced scale. Sometimes you need to surrender, but sometimes you need to be fucking stubborn so that other people don't distract you and other people don't kind of like, I don't know, tell you that only what they think is possible when it's their limit and not your limit. Okay. Now the last card that we have here is patience. It says your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Okay, so I'm picking up an energy again. We talked about it. I'm picking up where the signs have been telling you that you can manifest something faster if you get less distracted, or something about where maybe Spirit wants you, in case you already are on your journey to manifest your dream life, Spirit is saying to practice patience, but to also kind of like stay stubborn, like where you stay fixed on your goal but flexible with how it comes to you. For others of you, there's something about your dreams can manifest more rapidly or faster when you get less distracted, or when you have like a laser focus. And for others of you, Spirit maybe has been telling you that it's time for you to practice patience, or something where something is coming to you faster than you think, but you still need to be patient, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we also have spread your wings. It says do not hold back. You see, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So Spirit has been telling you, or trying to tell you, that it's the perfect time to end something, or it's the perfect time to begin something. Okay, or it's the perfect time for you to give your all, or to fully commit, or to give your 100% into something, or to fully commit to something, or to give your all to something. Again, it says do not hold back right now. So Spirit has been, the signs have been telling you that it's not like, the signs have been telling you that you shouldn't hold back. Maybe you shouldn't even hold back with your opinion, is what I'm hearing. Or it's time, or it's important that people hear your voice, is also what I'm hearing. And then the timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So Spirit has been saying, or the signs have been telling you, that you are ready for something, or that something is like perfect timing. Okay, let me get one last card for the perfect timing. Okay. It's kind of like an energy where the energy is auspicious when it comes to you manifesting a dream or something along those lines. Let me see. You say it's the perfect time, Spirit. It's the perfect time for what? When it comes to pile number 1. Yeah, we have the 5 of Cups here. It's the perfect time for what? 5 of Cups. It's the perfect time for what, Spirit? 4 of Pentacles. I'm hearing it's the perfect time for you to save money, or it's the perfect time for you to focus on money magic, or manifesting money, or something about it's the perfect time for you to manifest your dreams concerning your career, or your money, or your stability, basically. One more. It's the perfect time for what? It's the perfect time for what? Spirit, it's the perfect time for what? The Death card, yeah. For others of you, okay. For others of you, Spirit is saying it's the perfect time for you to be a little bit more selfish. But again, think about a scale. Okay, something about it's the perfect time for you to be a little bit more selfish, or to do something on your own. Yeah, for some of you guys, it's the perfect time for you to do something on your own, or to walk your own path, or to really focus on yourself, or your desires and your dreams for the next 2 or 3 years, or something along those lines, because then you have way more to give to another person. And when you already have achieved what you wish to achieve, then you also have time to help another person more. Does that make sense? But if you don't have anything, like, you have to take care of yourself first, so that you have enough energy and resources and time for another person here. With the 5 of Cups, I'm also hearing something about it's the perfect time for you to think about like something about ending sadness, And we talked about it, right? Kind of like where you play a new role, or you say, okay, I'm a different person today, or I'm going to express like the star in me. I'm going to express the healthy queen in me. I'm going to express like the sexy version of me. Something about where you look into the mirror and you decide like, today I'm gonna change, or today I'm gonna be a different person, or today it's a perfect time for you to become the best version of yourself, okay? Or something about to become a different version of yourself. I'm also saying it's a perfect time for you to get out of the funk, or something about like no more, I'm hearing, I love you guys, but I'm hearing no more complaining, more action, or something about not complaining. Why is the Five of Cups here? Why is the Five of Cups here? Victim mentality, that's what it is. For some of you guys, Spirit is saying maybe you have been the victim of certain circumstances, okay? Maybe you have been the victim of very bad people, but do you want to continue to be the victim, or do you decide when you look into the mirror, my success story starts today, me becoming a hero starts today, me saving myself starts today, me accomplishing all my goals starts today. I might have been a victim in the past, but today I decide that I am a warrior. I got out of this, I am a warrior. I'm not a victim, I'm a warrior. I'm not a victim, I'm a winner. Okay, kind of like an energy where I'm being brought to kind of like 8 Mile energy, where you decide that you're done with the misery, or you're done with the bullshit, maybe even your own bullshit or the bullshit of another person, and you decide like there's no excuses. That's what it is. Something about there's no excuses anymore, okay? Or something about to no longer excuse someone's behavior, or to no longer find excuses for you to not do something, okay? I think that's all I have for you guys. Pen number 1. I hope this reading helped you. I'm gonna see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my lovely pal number 2. Welcome to your reading, guys. I changed the light. I'm not quite sure if I like it. I think I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. Hopefully I will like it, but anyway, let me welcome you guys. So hello, my beautiful pal number 2. As you can tell by the tattoo, we are going to look at why are you seeing certain signs, or what are the signs you see trying to tell you, or what do the signs that you see mean. Like your spirit guides, the universe has been sending you, signs, and they mean something. Synchronicities have been happening, and you have been questioning, what does it mean? Or you already feel like you know what it means, but you're here for confirmation, or you're waiting for spirit to confirm that it is really what you were thinking it is, okay? So that's what we're going to look at. If you're new to my channel, I usually channel the energy, and then I show you the cards here and there. But let's see what's happening here. First of all, I want to talk about the signs that you maybe have been receiving. So I do feel like you have been receiving signs about you being successful, or something about success coming to you, or you maybe have also been like maybe you have been like dreaming of people, like unknown people, because I feel like the signs that you have been receiving are connected to people, okay? For example, you see a number that is connected to another person's birthday or birth year. Maybe you have been seeing another person's name everywhere, or you have been like dreaming of mysterious people that you don't know, or something about where in your dreams you talk to people that you don't know. In your dreams you talk to people that you don't know, or something about unknown faces. Because with the Moon card, I do feel like you maybe recently had like a very odd dream about a woman or a man or a group of people or friends, and you were friends with these people in your dreams, but you don't know them in real life. So I pick up a strong energy here, something about like people, or something about where you feel like the universe has been answering a lot of questions that you had through other people, or you overhear conversations where the signs that you receive, you hear them when other people talk, or you hear them in other people's conversations that don't even like, you don't know these people, but they talk about something and it relates to what you have been thinking about. What else? I'm also picking up an energy. You have been maybe receiving signs about winter season, because she's ice skating. So I feel like maybe you have been receiving signs about like the winter months, winter season. If it's not winter season, maybe it's just any other season, or you have been like, there was like a particular season highlighted, like summer, autumn, winter season. What else? I also feel like maybe you have been receiving signs about a particular person or something about where the signs usually connect to a particular person in your life. And you're wondering why you receive so many signs, or you could be dreaming of a person a lot lately, or let me see, let me get one more card here. And for others of you, again, maybe you also had a lot of dreams of friends around you or people around you, or people that you don't know appear in your dreams, or you somehow chill with people that you don't know in your dreams. For others of you, I also feel like you could have had nightmares recently, or like how can I explain that, where, because the Ten of Swords, okay, I'm gonna be very honest. Sometimes when I walk around, and I feel like this has been like, because let me show the card to you guys. I'm not sure if I like the light, but I think it looks, what do you guys think? I don't know. I actually ordered a different lamp because the lamp has like limited like options, and I'm not 100% sure if I like it. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it like that. Hopefully I like it, but because I'm a perfectionist, and when I don't like the light, like, it bothers me a lot, but I need to get over myself. Maybe someone said something like that to you, like get over yourself, or you're exaggerating or something like that recently. But anyway, so this card right here, it says, this is literally like a person who receives negative comments. It says, trash, you are just crazy, shut up, stop boring me, stupid, ugly. So, and let me tell you something. This never happened to me in my life, but I have been seeing, sometimes I go out and I see like people wearing like t-shirts that say fuck you. Oh wow, that was a lot. Like I was really like, you know, emphasizing that word. But I'm seeing like maybe you also have been receiving like signs about like fuck off or fuck you, or I don't know, like maybe people being mean to you, or something about negative, like how can I explain that? I don't know what this is, to be honest with you guys, but it feels like again, if I could describe it, it's some days I walk around and I see like a lot of weird stuff, and I know it's negative. I know it's negative energy because I see a lot of skulls and I see a lot of fuck yous on people's t-shirt and something along those lines, and I know this is like energy that is sent towards me. So to be very honest, for some of you guys, the signs have been telling you, again, I feel like it's a bag of mixed nuts, because I do feel like you receive a lot of signs about like, oh, your future's gonna look great and there's a blessing coming to you, or you have been feeling the energy of a blessing with the gift card here. Okay, you have been feeling the energy of a blessing, or you have been feeling that maybe something big is coming to you in winter season, with the Six of Wands, something about you have been receiving signs that your projects are going to be successful, because with the Page of Cups here, or something about you, I'm also hearing you have been receiving signs that you are meant to do something, okay? Something about where Spirit has been trying to show you that you are meant to do something, or you are meant to experience success with a project. You are meant to, with the Page of Cups, is something about where what you imagine is going to be successful, or when you continue to focus on something, when you continue to work on something, that you're going to be successful, okay? That you're going to celebrate success, and that you're going to get to your goals, or that you're going to hit a milestone. For some of you guys, you have been receiving signs that you are about to hit a milestone very soon. But I feel like, again, there's also a different energy that is like a very mean. So I pick up like a mean energy. Maybe you have been maybe you've had dreams of people cussing you out, or saying negative, mean things to you, because I picked that up here. Something about mean energy that you have been seeing, maybe even in your dreams, where somebody's cussing you out or something along those lines. And I do feel like Spirit might be trying to, because the Page of Swords and the Moon, these cards are freaking amazing. Okay, they're called, I know you guys want to see a, how do you call that? I always forget the word, but like a video where I show my collection of cards and oracle cards and tarot cards. But if you want to know, that's the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. and that's my new obsession. I'm absolutely in love with it. But yeah, let me show you the card. So the Page of Swords is usually about finding something out or being suspicious of somebody or finding out even secret information. This is usually also the stalker energy. So maybe you have been, maybe Spirit is trying to show you that somebody's watching you that shouldn't be watching you, or you should put your profile on private, or you should be more cautious with like the information that you share with other people, because there's certain, because we talked about it, overhearing a conversation. So maybe there's certain people that shouldn't know where you are at or what you are doing. So Spirit maybe has been showing you that it's time for you to close your, kind of like where you stay more private, or that you are more private with where you're at and where you are going, or with your manifestations or something along those lines, because there are certain people that are not supposed to know. For some of you guys, you maybe even have seen, because I feel like somebody here, you have like a profile and you have been noticing that there's like a fake profile or a profile without a picture watching you. Does it make sense where you have been noticing that somebody's watching like your stories is on your Instagram and you don't know this person, or it's like, who is this person? Or I'm also seeing like being called by an unknown number. For some of you guys, I feel like it might be your ex. Somebody's ex wants to come back. You have been receiving signs that your ex is coming back and you should be careful, or where Spirit is showing you signs not to take your ex back, or they have been showing you signs that your ex is like not over you, or this person in your past is not over you. They still think about you. So when they think about you, they send you energy, and this has been the signs that you have been receiving, that this person is not over you or something along those lines. But this feels like an energy where Spirit is trying to expose something to you about another person. That's what it feels like to me here. Something about, did you know this and that about this person? So for some of you guys, Spirit has been trying to show you secrets about another person, because I'm hearing, it's funny because I have tea leaf cards, like these round cards, in case you are new to my channel or not new to my channel. Actually, it doesn't matter, but I have these round cards. And I don't think it is a coincidence that I picked up this card right here. It says recognition and reward for merit, so I'm gonna keep it out here. But these are like a tea leaf cards, and there's a particular card in this deck. There's a skull, and we talked about skulls. Maybe you have been seeing like skulls, and you maybe have been seeing like a little bit like darker energy, like again, like darker themed energy, like maybe also like magical, like wizard energy, and skulls and like ravens and black feathers and, you know, stuff like that. Okay. And in this tea leaf deck, there is a card, there's a skull on it, and on the skull it says secrets that can harm you. So maybe Spirit has been trying to expose a secret to you, that a person around you, or that somebody has a secret around you and you should know about it, or somebody's keeping information away from you, and it's information that you need or information that you should have. So Spirit has been telling you what the person is avoiding to tell you. Or for some of you guys, there's also definitely, I hate to bring this message, but I don't want you guys to walk around blind and not know that something like that is going on. But for some of you guys, Spirit has been telling you, or the signs have been telling you that there's somebody in your life that you cannot trust. Or somebody has very negative thoughts about you, or somebody doesn't like you. Where Spirit has been trying to show you this person doesn't like you, so don't even try to befriend them. Don't even spend time around them, because this person doesn't like you. Okay. Or a person had very negative thoughts about you, like they might be smiling in your face, but they actually don't like you. And Spirit doesn't want you to, I don't know, like befriend a person that doesn't like you. Does that make sense? Or for some of you guys, with the King of Wands, only take what resonates. I am just a tarot reader on the internet. But the King of Wands and the Ten of Swords, let's actually see. Why is the Ten of Swords here? So with the King of Wands, there could also be an energy where a masculine energy in your life is hiding something from you. Okay, for some of you guys, it's a masculine energy that is hiding something from you, that Spirit has been trying to expose to you. Why is the Ten of Swords here, Spirit? We have the Ten of Cups. I'm also hearing Spirit has been trying to show you what a person's intentions. Okay, That's what it is. Spirit has been trying to expose to you what kind of intentions this person has for you. Okay? Or what people in your community, what kind of intentions they have for you. Because with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups, again, this could be an ex that wants to come back. They want to revive the connection. That's why you have been dreaming of them. I talked about it on Patreon as well, I think. Sometimes we think, oh, I miss my ex. Oh, I want to write my ex, or I want to write this person from the past. You think it's your energy, but this person has been thinking about you day and night for the past 2 months, and you receive that energy, and then you think it is your desire when it is not. This person is literally manifesting a text message from you, but you think, oh, I want to text this person. Okay? For some of you guys. For others of you, Spirit has been trying to expose somebody that is very close to you with the Ten of Cups. Somebody who is very close to you, and they have been trying to show you that this person maybe has hidden intentions, hidden motives, or does something behind your back that you should know or you should be aware of. For some of you guys, they have been trying to show you that somebody's intentions are not what you think they are. Where somebody maybe is saying they... yeah, something about somebody's intentions are not that, they're not so good. That's, I don't know. Where's the Ten of Swords here? And for some of you guys, I'm also hearing something about Spirit has been trying to expose to you that a family member doesn't like you, or that you need to be aware of like a sneaky family member. With the Ten of Cups, for others of you, it's like people that somebody who's close to you. Okay, I'm picking up somebody who's close to you. You cannot trust them. They have very negative thoughts about you. They don't actually really like you. They maybe just act as though they like you because you are family. Because, you know, like, you have to like your family, but they actually don't really like you. Does that make sense? For others of you, could also be an energy where a family talks bad about you. It might not even be your family. It might be a different family is what I'm picking up here. I don't know where the camera cut me off. But with the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, for me this also feels like somebody has been like promising you something that is not coming true. They have been maybe promising you like, and again, take it with a grain of salt, okay? They maybe have been promising to you like, hey, I'm going to marry you, or I want to move in with you, or we're going to make this happen, but or maybe somebody has been saying like they're going to help you with something, but how can I explain that energy? So basically, somebody says one thing, but they think another thing, or somebody says one thing, but their motives are a different thing. They act as though your connection is going to become serious. You're going to move in together. You're going to be, you know, happily ever after. They want to marry you and stuff like that, or you guys are going to, I don't know, become very serious. But for some of you guys, they're not so sure, or maybe Spirit has been telling you not to put your expectations so high with this whole situation. Maybe it's only the beginning of a connection, and you shouldn't put too much expectations on another person, and let the universe reveal to you what the truth is about the matter, so that you are not like imagining things that are not true about a person. For others of you, there's also something about somebody has been trying to string you along, where they say, oh, you know, like, we're going to get, again, take it with a grain of salt, we're going to get married, or something along the sense, where they don't even plan on doing that. Or somebody, what is that? Okay. Yeah, and I'm also hearing something about where you look up to a person, but you don't know the shady stuff that they are doing. So there's, with the Seven of Pentacles, you see, like, I'm hearing high honor. So you might be looking up to a person, but you don't know that they do shady stuff behind your back, or that there's something shady about them and what they do when you're not watching, or when you're sleeping, or I don't know. Okay. Or what they say behind your back, what they think behind your back. Okay, where's the Ten of Swords here? Where's the Ten of Swords here? Yeah, we have the Six of Swords here. It's like, look at that. It's like a if you look at it, it's like a shadow behind her. Do you see that? Something about a person around you has like a shadow side. Or they actually have a very dark energy to them, but this dark energy is hidden, or they have dark desires. Or something about where a person, I don't know, where a person is not who you think they are, and that they hide. I'm also thinking they hide behind a persona, like they have a persona that they show to the world, but then when they are by themselves, they are a different person, and that's the real them. Now, I don't want to talk too much about that because again, you have good news over here, okay? But I feel like it's a bag of mixed nuts because Spirit wants you to... I'm hearing they want you to do your thing, okay? They want you to do your thing and not... Because I feel like there's an energy that wants to discourage you from doing something. But Spirit wants you to know, don't even dare to think about stopping, or don't even dare to think about like giving up, okay? Don't even dare to think about giving up, because you're gonna be successful, okay? Don't dare to think about giving up because I'm seeing it. You're going to be successful. Do you see that? There's a blessing attached to your effort, okay? Don't even think about giving up. We also have here one step at a time, you see? So you maybe are overwhelming yourself where you think about the whole path instead of just the next step. And when you think about the whole path, you get very overwhelmed. But if you only think about the next step, the next day, the next project, it's going to be easier on your soul and your spirit, and it's going to be easier for you to walk the whole path or the whole journey, okay? It's going to be easier for you to walk the whole path or the whole journey. For others of your spirit maybe has been telling you, don't jump to conclusion because there's a lot more information that is about to be revealed to you, so you don't have all the information that you need. So stay cool, calm and collected and let the answers come to you. But it says lots of little steps make big dreams come true. So Spirit has been telling you that a big dream of yours is coming true, but you need to take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and don't get discouraged along the way, or don't let other people discourage you, because I feel like there is a person who discourages you. Like this person doesn't believe in themselves, so if they don't believe in themselves, they are prone to not believing in other people. Or even if they believe that you have the ability to achieve something, they don't want you to prove them that it is possible, because in their mind they already made the decision that it is not possible. So if you succeed, you kind of like hurt or crush their belief system. So they're kind of like trying to make you not believe, so that they are validated in how they think. Damn, that sounds like psychology. Okay, that is like very twisted. So something about a person's mind is twisted, or a person's like way of thinking is twisted, or yeah, something about where, I don't know, it's like they don't have the best energy basically, okay? We also have here best friends. It says true friends stick together no matter what. So I don't know, let me see, why is the best friend energy here? There could even be an energy where Spirit has been trying to show you that you are about to meet a new best friend. So if you have been trying to manifest a new best friend, or if you have been trying to manifest new friends into your life, Spirit is saying it's normal that you don't meet these people immediately because there's so many people out there, but Spirit is saying you are about to meet the right people or your soul tribe, so don't give up. Maybe you are on an app to meet friends, or maybe you are I don't know, like trying to connect with people, you're new in town, and maybe the first encounters were not that great with people, and Spirit is saying don't give up because your soul tribe is around you, or you are about to meet your soul tribe. For a lot of you guys, I feel like your soul tribe, your soul family might actually come to you in the winter months. So I'm seeing like winter and autumn season might be when your friend circle is really expanding and you're going to be united with your soul family. So Spirit wants you I'm hearing don't give up on friendships, or don't give up on people, or don't give up on like meeting people just because you had a few rotten eggs or a few rotten tomatoes or something like that. For others of you, this could be that, I don't know. Maybe Spirit also has been trying to tell you to rethink a friendship with somebody. I have a huge deja vu moment again. That happened yesterday as well. Because was I filming yesterday or the day before? I have a huge deja vu moment right now. So you maybe also experience a lot of deja vus lately. Okay. Another reason why you have been seeing signs is because we have here you are safe. So the signs that you have been seeing have been telling you that you don't need to worry because you are protected. May that be by the universe, by your spirit guides, by an ancestor, or by a departed loved one, like your grandpa in heaven is watching over you. The signs have been telling you that you are safe. And it says, I am protecting you against lower energies, because I talked about it. I do feel like you sometimes receive signs and the energy is very like low or dark, but it comes from, there's a source of it, and it's not spirit. It's a different source that sends you these energies, okay? It says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home, okay? And then we also have your clairvoyance, and it says, I am helping your spiritual side to awaken fully so you can see heavenly love. So Spirit has been trying to send you signs so that you see someone clearly, or that you see a situation clearly. And the way I perceive it is that someone has a dark side to them, or someone has a dark energy to them, or someone has dark desires. Someone's energy is quite dark, is what I'm trying to say, okay? Or maybe their humor is very dark, almost like, I'm gonna be very honest, something about like sadistic, or I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Or I'm picking up an energy also where someone around you is walking on the wrong path. Does that make sense? Where they start to drift into a wrong direction, and Spirit doesn't want you to follow them in this wrong direction, if that makes sense, okay? I don't know what the heck that means, guys. Why is the best friend card here? If I was your best friend, I want you around me all the time. Can I be your best friend? If you promise you'll be mine, please say he's just a friend. Why is the best friend card here? Now, girl, let's not pretend. Even if he is a ranger man, please say he's just a friend. If I was your best friend, I want you around me all the time. Can I be your best friend? Oh man, okay. So for some of you guys, someone okay, I'm hearing an energy where someone has been pretending that they want to be your friend, but they want to get into your pants, or something about friend zoning somebody. So there's something about where somebody's pretending that they are okay with being friends with you when it's not true. Okay, and there's a possibility that they are going to get possessive or jealous in case you do meet another person, and it's going to cause problems in the future, if that makes sense. So someone has been pretending that they are okay with being friends with you when it's not true. For others of you, this could be a best friend that is hiding something from you, or that is going in the wrong direction. So like maybe like a best friend. I'm also hearing like an ex-best friend. There could be an energy where an ex-best friend is salty that you cut them off, so they send you negative energy, and Spirit wants you to decipher when the energy or the signs come from Spirit, and when the energy and the signs come from, or when the energy comes from like this salty person, because it's like a salty ex-friend, it's a salty ex-best friend, it's a salty person that you cut out of your life. Let me also tell you something. If you have been receiving like negative comments, in case you have like social media, and you have been noticing like you receive negative comments or something along those lines, this might actually be a person that you know that wants to bring you down by creating fake accounts, and then, you know, like commenting something. Okay, for others of you, you need to check like your best friend or someone that you call your best friend, because I'm not seeing good energy here. There's something, maybe your best friend is hiding something from you, or maybe there might even be an energy, even if it's not your best friend, doing something to you. They might actually be in an abusive relationship and they're not telling you about it. Okay, or there's something shady going on in your best friend's life that they're not telling you about. And Spirit, what should pile number 2 do with this information? 9 of Swords, and we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles usually talks about taking a break. Okay, because I almost wanted to say maybe your friend needs your help, but I would say here with the Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of like taking a break, taking a step back, rethinking something with the 9 of Swords. What should pile number 2 do with this information here? What should pile number 2 do? And again, for others of you, there's something about you meet a few rotten eggs, a few rotten tomatoes. Maybe you meet people and you think they're your friend, but then they're not, or they ghost you, or something along those lines. And Spirit is saying you're gonna find your soul tribe, basically, or your soul family is already on its way to you, or you are about to meet your soul tribe, your soul family, your new friends, your new friend circle. And Spirit doesn't want you to be discouraged just because you meet a few mean people or a few questionable people here, okay? Or where you don't feel the connection between another person. It's okay that you don't find your people immediately. It takes a little bit of time, okay? What should pile number 2 do with this information here? One more. What should pile number 2 do with this information? What is happening here? Yeah, we have here the kindergarten. Now, if you are a mother and you have children, maybe your child has a friend that is not to be trusted and you already felt it, and it's just a confirmation that this friend is not good for your child. For others of you, maybe you need to check what's happening in the school or the kindergarten of your child, where maybe there's something shady happening, or there's like a child that is bullying your child, or maybe there's like a teacher that is bullying your child or something along those lines, okay? To kind of like check the surroundings or talk to your child, because I feel like they have been bullied. It's like where your child is being bullied secretly, maybe online or at school or at their kindergarten or something along those lines. For others of you, there's something about where Spirit has been trying to tell you not to get dragged into like a childish energy or like a kindergarten energy, or where somebody acts very immature and they don't want you to get dragged into that mess of that person. To stay away from this person's mess or messy energy, or a person who never learns and they always find themselves in messy energy, and you cannot help them because your spirit guides are, you cannot help them because they are not yet ready to get out of that messy energy. It's something that they need to work on themselves, and they maybe need therapy or something along those lines, and you're not going to be able to help them to get out of it. Maybe Spirit has been trying to tell you to kind of like step back and not try to change somebody or help somebody, because they're not ready to change, or they're not ready to be helped, if that makes sense. And then you have to like rethink, okay, how am I gonna, what am I gonna do with this connection or this friendship or whatever. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? Yeah, Ace of Wands. This could also be a very jealous friend. I'm going to be very honest. This could be a very jealous friend, or this could be like a very jealous, for example, right? We talk about it. So maybe you have somebody in your friend zone and they act as though they're okay with you being friends, but they're very jealous. So they try to ruin your date, or they try to ruin your connection with another man or another woman. For others of you with the Ace of Wands, this could also be a friend who is very jealous of your talent, where you have been gifted with a talent and you have a friend that is actually jealous of you. And it's not like a jealous of like, oh man, I wish I had the talent like pile number 2. No, it actually starts to grow into something that is really like needs to be checked in therapy, or that needs to, where they actually need like they need to kind of like sit down with their own shadow and figure it out, because their jealousy is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So there could be an energy where Spirit has been trying to show you that somebody is jealous of you or jealous of your talent. Where's the Seven of Swords here? Yeah. Look at it. Tell me what you see. You're not a tarot reader, or maybe you are. What do you see? This is you, and this is the other person. I don't know who this is. It says best friend here, okay? But it doesn't have to be a best friend. It could be another person as well. This could also be a teacher, a person in a position of authority. This could be a chef. This could be a manager. This could be an ex-best friend, okay, that is still salty and still sending you negative energy. So don't, you know, like, don't get, like where Spirit is saying, don't be scared. Something about, you might be receiving negative energy from an ex-friend or an somebody that you cut off from your past, and they still send you negative energy. Again, I sometimes see t-shirts with like, fuck you, fuck off, and like, whoa, that's very harsh energy. But it does come from the people that still are mad at you, so they send you that energy, and Spirit is saying, don't be scared, we got your back, you're going to be successful, you're going to be good. There's just, these people are still just very salty, so that's why you see these signs that are dark, but they don't want you to get scared, okay, because you are protected, everything is going to be fine. But these are just people that are very mad at you for cutting them off, doing your own thing, for walking your own path, for seeing that they are manipulative, and you know, cutting yourself loose from that manipulation, or cutting yourself loose from their messy energy. So Spirit is basically saying, don't be scared, okay? That energy doesn't come from us. It doesn't come from Spirit. It doesn't come from God. It just comes from salty people around you, okay? Yeah. So pile number 2, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3, last but not least. We're going to look at your cards now. So as you can tell by the title, this reading is going to be about the signs that you are receiving, the synchronicities that you are experiencing, and what is behind these signs and these synchronicities, or what are the signs and the synchronicities telling you, okay? What is Spirit trying to communicate to you, or what is the universe trying to reveal to you? Or maybe even like a spirit guide, an ancestor, or a departed loved one that is trying to communicate to you through sending you those signs. So let's look at your cards together here. Also, if you're new to my channel, I usually channel the energy first, and then I show you the cards here and there. Okay. And I'm very obsessed with my new oracle, not an oracle, my new tarot deck. It is so beautiful. So if you already, you know, because I feel like I'm gonna see some comments where you guys are gonna ask me. So this cartoonish kind of cards, they're actually from the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. I don't know the name of the lady, Martina. So thank you, Martina, for creating this deck. But yeah, that's the deck that I'm using, and I'm obsessed with it. But anyway, let's look at your cards now. Okay, party people. Let's look at what is happening here. Okay, give me a moment. I want to channel the energy here first. I feel an energy where... Okay, I first of all want to talk about the signs that you might be seeing, okay? Or the energy around the signs that you are seeing. You could be seeing a lot of signs, and again, it doesn't have to be exactly what you're seeing, but just the energy behind it, okay? So I'm picking up the energy of like some of the signs have been songs where there's something about music. So Spirit has been communicating to you through music, something about songs playing or music playing. I'm also picking up something about your electronics acting up. Does it make sense? Something about your electronics acting up, or you know, your alarm clock, something about where, I don't know, like your watch is doing something differently, or the time stops on your watch. at a particular time. You might be waking up at a particular time, because with the Three of Swords right here, I'm looking at the phone. So there could be an energy where I'm also being brought to, I'm gonna be very honest, I'm also being brought to Pinterest. Something about like weird images, like where Spirit is showing you like images or signs through Pinterest or through music that is recommended to you. Music videos have been very significant. Music and music videos, a lot of signs in music videos. I'm also seeing something about numbers. You could be my numerology pile. Okay, I talked about it in the past few readings that a lot of you guys, you have the gift of reading numbers. But again, not the traditional way of reading numbers necessarily, but also like a very unique way of reading numbers, where different numbers have a different meaning. So there could also be an energy where Spirit has been talking to you through dates, like dates that you see everywhere. Kind of like April the 11th or something along those lines has been everywhere. Every time you click on an article, a music video, it has been, you know, like published on a specific date, or you keep seeing a date. Okay, October the 3rd, something along those lines. Fathers of Hue, also something about like words, where there's words that you see everywhere. So you notice that you see the word flower 5 times on one day. Something, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a word is highlighted, possibly even a name is highlighted, a word, a name, a month as well. Now with the 10 of Pentacles right here, you can see like a firework. So I also want to ask you guys if you, something about New Year's Eve or something about fireworks. So there could be also something about you have been receiving signs, or you had dreams about New Year's Eve, fireworks, something about maybe you had dreams of like a holiday, or you see signs around a holiday or something along those lines. Okay, for others of you, I want to ask you a question, because I do feel like someone here watching me, you've made a prayer on New Year's Eve. Someone here, you made a prayer on New Year's Eve. You did a ritual on New Year's Eve. You made a prayer on New Year's Eve. I'm also being brought to the 4th of July, because the fireworks reminds me of that, Independence Day. Ooh, that could also be significant here. The signs that you have been receiving, definitely music, dates, numbers. What else am I seeing here? Also, something about mythology and goddesses. Something about a goddess or goddesses, or you see the name of the goddess Isis everywhere, Ma'at, Oshun. Something about a goddess, or something about a goddess popping up everywhere you go, everywhere you look. There's something about a goddess, or something about statues. Something about very unique statues, or what else? Oh, also money. Something about money, coins. One, very, very strongly, I see coins here. I see something about you have been seeing a lot of coins on the floor, or something about where you have the signs that you have been receiving, they were connected to money, or they were connected to your career, or maybe the signs that you are receiving, they come to you very often when you are working or when you are at work. So maybe also a lot of signs around work, like around the building that you are working at. Does it make sense? So you work at a particular building, and the biggest signs you usually receive them when you drive to work, when you come from work, or around the work building is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, the signs also have been about paintings or art, like paintings. I'm also seeing the shape of a heart. So something about heart shaped, the shapes of a heart, the shape of a star. What else? I'm also seeing something about hats, or a person with a hat. I'm also seeing it also feels like religious symbolism, or something about religion, where you have been receiving a lot of signs about religion. And because I'm seeing like the halo. Okay, I'm seeing the halo. So maybe there also has been like psalms from the Bible, or something from the Bible, or you have been more drawn to reading the Bible or quoting the Bible, or maybe a lot of people came to you wanting to, you know, wanting you to become a member of the church or something along those lines is what I'm picking up here. Again, we're going to tap into why you see these signs. For others of you, I feel like you have been seeing signs in the sky in the form of clouds, or maybe a shooting star possibly. Oh man, if you have seen a shooting star, I would love to see one. I haven't seen one this year so far, but I'm seeing shooting stars, and I'm also seeing like pictures in clouds. What else am I seeing? I'm also seeing something about buildings, like dreams of buildings, or spirit showing you buildings, or like I'm seeing a castle, or something about buildings is what I'm picking up here. Don't know what that would mean. The signs also have been concerning other people. So you maybe also have been receiving a lot of signs that are for other people, or something about the sign is connected to another person. The signs that you have been receiving might be connected to other people or another person is what I'm picking up here as well. Okay. Let me see what else. Give me a moment, guys. This is gonna be very weird, but I'm also picking up something about food. I don't know what this would mean, but something about food. Signs around food. I don't know what the fuck that means, okay? Maybe you had like a dream where food was involved, or eating, or a restaurant, or having a dinner with somebody, or maybe you have been receiving a big sign as you were having a dinner, or you went to a restaurant, or you were out eating. Okay, because your reading is weird. Give me a moment. Do you know what I just saw? I think you know, if you ask me, I find them a little bit cringe, and I would not necessarily like it, but I'm seeing like a spirit is showing me like a video where a man proposes to, or a person proposes to their significant other, but they put the ring in like a cake or a muffin, or like a, do you know what I mean? Like where I don't like that idea at all. That's what I'm being brought to. So something about what is that? So okay, for some of you guys, spirit maybe has been sending you signs about like a diet, like where spirit is showing you how good you feel when you eat certain things, or that your mood always improves when you drink grapefruit juice, for example. And for others of you, there's something about food. Okay, I'm also hearing something about someone messing up your order when it comes to food. Is what I'm being brought to. Or something about don't order at this restaurant anymore. Something about a shady restaurant, or they fuck up your order on purpose, or somebody, I'm also hearing something about a waiter or a waitress that doesn't like you, or they fuck up your order, or the opposite where, do I see that? Yeah, a waiter or a waitress could actually have a crush on you. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we're gonna talk about it now, okay? So let's see. Or there's something about, I'm also picking up something about a tip. Giving a tip to somebody. Okay, what is that about? In case you, okay, listen to me. In case you are a waiter or a waitress, or you work somewhere where people can tip you, you have people that are freaking jealous that you get so many tips. Okay, that people tip you so well. I'm just gonna put it out there. Anyway, let's talk about it. Why are you seeing the signs that you are seeing? Pile number 3. I think you're about to go on a ride. Look at that. We have great fortune here. This is the most positive card in the fortune telling cards, in the fortune telling card deck, whatever. We have great fortune here. We also have the 10 of Pentacles here. Guys, fireworks, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment. This is like celebrating your success, celebrating your milestone, celebrating a huge achievement when it comes to your job, because we have career transition here. So the signs that you have been receiving are connected to a workplace or a career transition, or where your career is going, or how much potential there is in a particular career if you would walk this path. Okay, so let me see what's happening here. So pile number 3, I do feel like Spirit has been trying to tell you with the signs, or the signs have been trying to tell you that if you choose to walk this path, okay, because all of you guys, you are on a different path. For some of you guys, Spirit is saying you are about to celebrate a huge milestone financially when it comes to your career. You are about to manifest big money. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. This is my money pile. You're going to manifest a big amount of money with either a project that you are working on currently, with your business. Maybe you think about opening a second or third source of income, or something about where there's an additional sources, where there are additional sources of income coming to you. Something about where something is about to take the fuck off, okay? Because if you think about fireworks take off. They're like rockets, right? Rockets that take off. So maybe you also have been receiving a lot of signs that are connected to outer space and rockets and planets and like comets, and I don't know, I'm being brought to like Star Trek, and I'm being brought to Star Wars and stuff like that. So Spirit is saying the signs have been telling you that you are about to manifest big money, or that your money magic is already working, or that what you are thinking about is going to bring a lot of money to you, a lot of finances. For some of you guys, Spirit has been guiding you to the career that is going to bring you the most money, or Spirit is, the signs have been showing you, like, if you walk this, I'm hearing this is your money path, or something about Spirit has been highlighting a money path, or if you walk this path, you're going to make a lot of money, or if you try this manifestation technique, you're going to manifest a lot of money. Something about, and for others of you, this is about like you are about to reach a huge milestone when it comes to your finances. There's big money coming to you. Your money magic is the fuck working. It's taking off. For some of you guys, again, there's something about a career transitions on the horizon, but don't be scared, because that career transition is going to bring a lot of money to you, okay? For others of you, sorry guys. Now, for others of you, you got to be careful, okay? So for some of you guys, I'm picking up, if you have like a good energy around a career transition, then I would say, so for some of you guys, you have been receiving signs that it's time for you to transition to a different career, because it's going to bring a lot more money to you. For others of you, be aware, because there might be a person saying, hey, I think you should change your career. But if you would do that, you would miss out on this blessing. Does that make sense? So there's something about where another person tells you, I don't think what you're doing is going to be stable, or what you're doing is going to bring money to you, but they are wrong, okay? Because the money is already manifesting. It is just taking time, or something about Spirit is waiting for the perfect moment to bring this money to you, or to make you blow up, or to bring this huge amount of money to you, okay, that you have been trying to manifest. So it's like about divine timing when it comes to you. And another person might be saying, hey, I think you should try something else. Spirit is saying, don't. Please don't. Okay, there's about big money about to come to you. So don't do any career transitions at this point in time. Especially if you have been receiving a lot of good omens and a lot of good signs, okay? Because again, I'm seeing you finding coins, I'm seeing you here finding money, having dreams about money, something about where you see something, there's signs about money, like big money coming to you, or something big happening about to happen in your career. Maybe you already had dreams about your success when you're with your online shop, your online business. So please continue your path. Don't let a third person, because I feel like it's you and Spirit, like you and then Spirit, but then there's a third person that tells you you should change your career. Please don't do it if you have been receiving good signs and good omens, okay? For others of you, maybe Spirit has been telling you it's time for you to transition to a different career, because you're gonna make double the amount of money that you already make, okay? So we're gonna see, let me actually see, what is the career transition about here, Spirit? Okay, because the card here says, it says, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So there's a big career change on the horizon. It's either you transitioning to a different department, or you transitioning to a different like career that is going to bring double the amount of money to you that you made before. For others of you, there's about to be like a big breakthrough. You are about to have a breakthrough when it comes to your money matters, your career, your financial situation. Your money magic is working, is what the signs have been telling you or showing you. But let me see, what is the career transition about here? Page of Cups. Yeah, for some of you guys, I feel like you just have been starting. For some of you guys, Spirit has been showing you signs that they want you to try something new or follow your imagination, or kind of like where they want you to try something new, or they want you to try a new technique or something along those lines. Because the Page of Cups, what is she doing actually? Yeah, she's creating something. There's a creative project that is about to blow the fuck up, okay? I cannot make this up. Was it pile number 1? Yes, because I talked about a fish tank, and we have a fish tank here. So maybe you also have been receiving signs about the ocean, dreams about the ocean. You have been very drawn to like sea creatures, the ocean, maybe seahorses, a starfish. We're going to talk about it, okay? Please remind me, because I have to tell you something. I'm gonna dive into it now. So again, you maybe have been receiving signs about water, dreams of water, dreams of the ocean, mermaids, sea creatures, dolphins, whales, orcas, something along those lines here. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna share it with you guys because I also have been seeing some comments that you guys want to know more about me, and I know I probably should do like a Q&A and stuff like that, but I'm kind of shy, believe it or not. I am. In some cases, not all the time, but I have my shy moments. So guys, and I think I talked about it in pile number 1 too, so you might be connected, okay? You might be, if you feel drawn to it. But I almost want to say pile number 1 is you already know about it, but this might be new to you. So for some of you guys, pile number 3, the message in pile number 1, you already know about it, which is the reason why Spirit is not highlighting it. But this energy might be new to you, okay? Or this might be like what Spirit is really trying to tell you or convey to you with the signs. So I was at a Starbucks, the Starbucks that I always go to you know, edit my videos and stuff like that. And I have been noticing, and didn't I tell you guys something about food? Because they have been messing up my orders very often lately, and it's a particular person. And I am not a very grumpy person, as you can tell. Like, I'm very chill, I'm very patient, and if somebody makes a mistake, I am very patient with people, and it takes a special kind of person to make me mad. I'm going to be very honest. Okay. But I have been noticing that there's a particular guy who's always messing up my order, and I almost feel like it's intentional because it's too often. It's like it doesn't feel like a coincidence anymore, because the last time I went there, they fucked up my order 3 times in a row. It was like, and if something happens 3 times in a row, it's not a coincidence, okay? There's something weird. And it was food. Like, he fucked up my food, he didn't heat it up, and he always looks grumpy. And I have been noticing that he looks at me, but in a way where he's like, I don't know what he wants from me, to be honest with you guys. So this is what I was talking about, where I feel like maybe the signs have been telling you that somebody has a crush on you, but maybe it's an unhealthy crush that they have on you, if that makes sense. Or something about where somebody doesn't like you. The signs have been telling you like somebody doesn't like you, or somebody's doing something on purpose, and maybe you should kind of like take a step back from them. But it feels like a stranger, to be honest with you guys. So it doesn't feel like you know what it is? It's okay, let's listen to me. So this to me feels like this is not about a particular person. Maybe Spirit has been trying to explain to you what happens, because I don't feel like Spirit is talking about a particular person here in your reading, which was different for, I think, pile number 2. It's just in general the energy. So I was taking a walk, and I was like, why the fuck does he not like me? I'm always kind, I never complain. Even if they fuck up my order, I never complain. I still smile at them. I'm still very kind, and I still say thank you, even though I'm not, like, why would I say thank you if you fuck up my order 3 times, right? So I'm always very kind. And lately I've been noticing, why the fuck is he looking at me like that? So I don't know if he hates me, or if there's, I don't know, it's like weird. So I've been taking a walk, and then I've been thinking to myself, well, how is it that people, you know, when you try to be kind to them, okay, I'm not saying that they have to love me, but why would you have like a vendetta against me when you don't even know me? Does that make sense? So I'm not saying everybody and their mama has to like me, not at all. Not everybody likes strawberry, not everybody likes mango, but why do certain people have like a vendetta? Does that make sense, where people have like this urge to, like, I don't know, it's like weird. It's like, you don't have to like me, but then don't look at me. Like, it's weird, right? So, and then all of a sudden Spirit is showing me SpongeBob SquarePants and Squidward. Is his name Squidward? SpongeBob and Squidward. Squidward and SpongeBob, okay? And they show me like this image of SpongeBob and Squidward. And I was like, oh my God, the whole entire world makes sense to me now. It was like a huge light bulb moment where I was like, oh my God, all these years I've been asking myself why people don't like me. Again, I'm not saying that everybody has to like me, but I found it weird that people, like, they had like a whole mission to show me that they don't like me, or to kind of, do you know what I mean? It's like, it was very weird, and I was asking myself, why is that happening? Like, why is it that way? And then Spirit showed me SpongeBob and Squidward, and that was, everything made sense to me. So I feel like the signs are trying to show you that it's a SpongeBob Squidward type of situation that you're currently in, where some people really cannot look at that. Look at how the fuck grumpy she is. Do you see that? Look at her grumpy ass energy. And I'm not judging anybody, but why is it your mission to, I don't know, it's weird, okay? So Spirit might be telling you, or the signs have been telling you, like, hey, it's a Squidward SpongeBob type of situation where you are SpongeBob, the other person is Squidward. Your positivity triggers the fuck out of people, where your love or like your care, it's, let me tell you something. If you think about it, you might be a very loving person, but if somebody doesn't like themselves and they don't like the energy of love because they don't love themselves and they don't love anything or anybody, then they also don't like you. They don't like your energy. They reject the love that you exude. Does that make sense? People reject the love that you exude because they don't like the feeling of love, okay? Because they don't like themselves. They don't like the feeling of love, or they're very unfamiliar with the feeling of love. That's why people sometimes feel, and no judgment on my channel, but that's why sometimes people feel uncomfortable receiving a hug, or uncomfortable receiving compliments, or uncomfortable, I don't know, being praised. And it's like different, like sometimes like it's very innocent. So this energy can be very innocent, but it can also be very Squidward-like, right? Where Squidward was like so pissed off by SpongeBob. So there could be an energy where Spirit has been trying to show you that. I feel like the sign, okay, listen to me. Your energy is big, okay? I can feel it. I feel like Spirit has been sending you signs to explain to you why the psychology behind certain people, the psychology behind mean people, the psychology behind jealous people, mischievous people, something about the psychology behind like very positive people and people that have a vendetta against you or have a mission to kind of like break you or something along those lines. So Spirit has been sending you signs to kind of like understand instead of judging, or to kind of like understand, and then when you understand, you don't take things as personally anymore, okay? So it feels like globally, it feels like Spirit is kind of like trying to make you understand the world with the signs that you are receiving, or the psychology behind people that are kind of like a Squidward, okay? Because you are the SpongeBob type of human, and some people are both. Some people are Squidward sometimes, and sometimes they're SpongeBob, but then there's people that are purely Squidward energy, and they fucking hate SpongeBob people. Okay, if I could describe the energy. And the reason why they are teaching you that, because there's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind why they teach you how people tick. They teach you, or they show you how people tick. They teach and show you why people or I'm also picking up an energy where Spirit has been trying to show you how people turn to the dark side, or how people like, because I'm hearing the song Break My Soul, like, you won't break my soul, you won't break my soul, you won't break my soul. I cannot sing, but it's by Beyonce. I'm telling everybody, everybody, I just fell in love, I just quit my job. Damn, you got me so damn hard. Okay, so I feel like Spirit has been trying to teach you all of that, or trying to explain to you what goes on in a person that is jealous or mischievous or something along those lines, because You are about to receive a huge blessing. Guys, you are about to receive a huge blessing. May that be a job promotion, may that be you manifesting your dream career, may that be you manifesting magic money that comes out of nowhere, you manifesting, let me tell you, this is, your energy is big, because I almost want to say, if it's not you, okay, let me say it like that, because I'm very excited. That's why I cannot speak. But I feel like for some of you guys, this blessing that is coming to you, because the signs have been telling you there's a huge blessing that is about to come to you, okay, very, very soon. Because if they already announced it, it means it's around the corner. I'm actually gonna get, I have a lot of new decks. I'm actually gonna get cards of time, so we might look at the time frame. So for some of you guys, it's a job promotion. For some of you guys, it's you getting your dream job. For some of you guys, it's you getting your dream position in a company, or kind of like upgrading to a higher position, a bigger position. For some of you guys, it's about your business taking off. For some of you guys, it's about you finding a second or third source of income that is super duper lucrative, brings a lot of money to you, almost more money than your normal job or your main job. Okay, for some of you guys, it's about successfully becoming self-employed. For others of you, it's successfully having enough money to, I don't know, invest into a home, an apartment, a house, a property. For some of you guys, you're about to make a big, how do you say that? You are about to have like a big client. Okay, something about, I don't know, because I'm being brought to real estate, and I feel like something about real estate is also about to take off. Okay, if somebody here does real estate or cryptocurrency, so it can be all kinds of things. Okay, there's something huge about to happen in that area. If it is not you in particular, you might meet someone very influential. You might actually become friends with a fashion designer that is very successful, an artist very successful, a musician very successful. Does that make sense? Where if it's not you, it is somebody in your friend circle, or possibly even your true love and your future spouse. Okay, possibly even the family of your future spouse, where you are about to meet somebody who is very privileged. Do you see that? The privileged lady, kind of like marrying into wealth, meeting or being friends with somebody who is from a very wealthy family or an influential family, or you're going to be the witness of the career of your friend taking the fuck off, and they're going to share their blessings with you. If it's not your career, it is about you witnessing how another person in your circle, again, a family member, a friend, your future partner, the family of your future partner, and possibly a friend in the future, kind of like where somebody from your soul tribe is about to be very, very freaking successful, and you're going to share the blessings, or this person is going to share their blessings with you. Okay, now that's one side of the coin. Spirit is telling me, the signs have been telling you that there's a dark side to success, and there's a dark side to coming into wealth. There's a dark side into blessings manifesting, which is funny because we only think, oh, what a blessing is manifesting in my life. But you will also be a bigger target for jealous, mischievous people. Does that make sense? The better your life becomes, the more you trigger people that are very miserable. So this blessing comes to you, but there might be changes with the people around you. Or you might be noticing that as much as your life becomes beautiful, you will also have people that hate they hate you so much because they see you happy. They hate that you were so lucky. It's not luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's plan. I believe in the plan of the universe, and I believe in manifesting. I don't believe in somebody's lucky or not. I don't believe in that. But they will think you are lucky. God only loves you, even though you put effort and energy into it for years to get to where you want to be. So Spirit is basically preparing you. This blessing is going to come to you, but there's a dark side to success. There's a dark side to success because you will trigger the jealousy in a lot of people. People will become mischievous. You cannot just trust anybody. You cannot just tell anybody where you live and what you do and who you are, okay? Okay? Where there's like a dark side to success and there's a dark side coming into money, okay? Because you have to protect yourself a lot more than a person who doesn't have much. Okay, or for example, you get the manager position in a company. You will have a lot more colleagues that don't like you just because you have the manager position. Okay, you kind of like marry into wealth, or maybe your new best friend is like popping, or they do something freaking cool, and then people are like, why are you friends with this person? I want to be friends with them. So you maybe find yourself where somebody competes with you for the position of a best friend of another person. Does that make sense? This blessing might actually come with drama. The drama is unavoidable. Okay, the drama that comes with success is unavoidable. It's basically what Spirit has been trying to show you with the signs. I feel like they have been trying to prepare you, because you ask for this blessing, but it comes with a dark side that cannot be avoided, okay? Something about where people don't like you for no reason, or they have a whole vendetta against you, or they feel jealous that you got blessed and they didn't, or there might be an energy where you have to cut people off, you have to, you know, walk away from people. Certain people are not allowed to sit next to you. You cannot overshare with people, because I feel like for some of you guys, if you tell me you have a long history of oversharing or sharing secrets with the wrong person, this has all been part of the plan. This has been God's plan, that you go through all of these energies where you learn not to overshare, where you learn to keep, you see, where you learn to keep secrets, because in the past you have been how do you call it? You have been telling people secrets who are not supposed to know about your secrets. You have been sharing secrets with people before. In this chapter where you get blessed, you cannot share secrets with people. Just imagine you are in a manager position and you tell the wrong person about something in your life, and then they, you know, want to ruin your reputation, and they tell everybody and their mama to kind of like make your life, make your work life worse, or kind of like make your work life harder, because they tell everybody and their mama about something that you told them in confidence. Do you say it like that? Where you trusted them and you told them something, okay? If you tell me you have a long history of oversharing, you have a long history of telling people secrets that they shouldn't have known, or you have a long history of people spreading gossip about you, or that if you tell a person a secret, it somehow ends up being known in a whole community. Because I don't know, I feel like an energy where it has happened to you before, for some of you guys, where you told one person about something and you told them don't tell anybody, and then listen to me, and then you told this person about something and you told this person don't tell anybody about it. For some of you guys, you then after a while, you found out that this person told another person, this person told another person, and it was spreading. Maybe it was spreading I'm hearing spreading in a church. So maybe this gossip has been spreading in a church, this gossip has been spreading in a school, in a community. Maybe you are like in the community, or like you go to a course or a class and everybody knows everybody, and then I'm hearing for some of you guys, you have been like going through this energy where people look at you weird because they know your secret, but you don't know that they know. But your gut tells you, I feel like this person knows something about me. I'm hearing, I know something that you don't know. Does that make sense? So again, there could be an energy where you told a lot of people a secret, and these people have been spreading your secret. Or you have been oversharing, where you felt very, very bad after telling a person a secret, or you know that oversharing has caused a lot of problems in your life. You maybe even recently had a dream about exposing yourself or being naked, or something about where your secrets were exposed to the wrong people. Maybe you had dreams about that, okay? Or something about where people gossip about you because they know something that you don't know, or you don't know that they know something about you, okay? So the signs have been telling you, not everybody is allowed to be next to you as you are winning. Not everybody is allowed to be around you. So there could have been an energy where you have been going through a lot of like, where spirit has been like cleansing or like cleaning out, kind of like when you clean out a wardrobe, the people that, you know, were exposed to you. Maybe you've had a lot of people being exposed to you the last couple of months and weeks. Maybe you had a lot of fallouts with people. You cut off a lot of people all at once because there was so much stuff happening. Okay, and Spirit is saying these people had to go because they're not allowed to be part of your blessing. They're not. I'm hearing their jealousy would destroy them from the inside. If they would be sitting next to you as you celebrate your success and your milestone, their jealousy, it's even for their good that they don't sit next to you. It's even for their health, for their mental health and their health of their soul, not to sit next to you, because their greed and their jealousy would eat them alive from the inside if they were sitting next to you, seeing all the good things happening for you. It's even good for them. Spirit is actually protecting them from going crazy. Does that make sense? So the signs have been telling you, you are about to receive a huge blessing, okay? And not everybody is allowed to sit next to you, or you have to be more careful as you receive this blessing. For some of you guys, you already have received a blessing. You already have reached a milestone when it comes to your career. But I'm saying now it's the next milestone that is manifesting, and then the next milestone is manifesting. Maybe you already manifested a little bit of success, or maybe even a huge amount of success, but Spirit is saying it's going to get more. Okay, you're growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. Wowie, wowie, wow, wow. That is crazy what I'm seeing here. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's something about I'm hearing not everybody is allowed to see you, or not everybody is allowed to know your name or where you live, or very like details. Like not everybody's allowed to know like details about you because they're going to use it against you. I don't know what the heck that means, okay? Or to be very careful with your words is what I'm picking up here. But with the Eight of Swords, it also tells me that this great fortune or the success is going to come to you. I mean, you are expecting it because you know about it, but I feel like with the Eight of Swords, it's almost like you're not going to see it coming. How can I explain that? Let me see. Let me actually get one more card, because with the Eight of Swords, I almost want to say it's like an energy where it's going to catch you off guard even though you know about it, basically. Okay, so this fortune, this big success coming to you is going to catch you off guard even though you know about it, because I feel like maybe it comes to you, maybe the weight of this blessing is even bigger than you think. So you might be thinking, oh, how do you call it? I'm just growing a little bit, or a blessing is coming to me, but it's like it's way bigger than you think. So it's gonna almost like overwhelm you. Does that make sense? Where you think it's like a small wave in an ocean, but it's a huge wave. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? Which is the reason why it's going to catch you off guard. You knew that this blessing is coming to you, money is coming to you, success is coming to you, but you didn't know that it would be this big or this massive. That's what I'm being brought to. So you maybe could also have been receiving signs about big or massive things. Does that make sense? About like dreaming of big things, like big creatures, or like a whale, like where you have dreams of a whale, but the dream of a whale is telling you that something big is coming to you because it's a big creature. Does that make sense? Something about big energy or big creatures or big numbers, or something along those lines, or big people, or people with a big personality. Okay. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here? For some of you guys, you also had a dream. I keep hearing something about a dream where there was a firework, or I'm hearing like something about a New Year's resolution, or you had a dream about New Year's Eve. Someone here in very particular, you had a dream about New Year's Eve. Okay, or something about a dream about Christmas. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Yeah. We have the Eight of Swords, yes. There's only a specific amount of people that are allowed in your life with this blessing, because it's dangerous. I'm literally, guys, I love you guys, but I have to be honest. Coming into success or coming into wealth or getting a bigger position, you are going to be a target for people that have not yet learned their lesson, and they blame other people for their miserable life. So if other people blame other people for their miserable life, you're going to be a huge target for them. I'm going to be very honest here with you guys. And Spirit has been trying to teach you, Spirit has been trying to teach you how to deal with it. So the last couple of months and weeks, I feel like you have been going through it, but it was like kind of like a training for what is about to come, so that you know how to handle it gracefully. I keep hearing it. There's only a certain amount of people that are allowed. Literally, there's a limited number when it comes to the people close to you. Okay? There's a limited number, or only specific people are allowed in your surroundings. Literally, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Where's the Ten of Pentacles here? Spirit, why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Yeah, the Temperance card. Tell me these cards are not fucking cute. Oh my god, I love them. I love them, okay? For some of you guys, can I say something? I'm hearing for some of you guys, there's a huge surprise coming to you as you are, because I'm seeing somebody like you might be, okay, I'm seeing the gym. I'm seeing you going to a course or a class at the gym, or you're doing your own routine at the gym, or you're starting to work out again. You're going for a run, maybe even around your house, or you literally go to a gym or treadmill. I'm also seeing something about like mountain climbing, or like going on a hike. I'm also seeing something about doing yoga. So maybe you're going to a yoga course or a yoga class, or you're doing yoga at home. That's when this surprise is coming to you, or it's somehow connected to the surprise with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Yeah, look at that. I cannot make this up. Temperance here, you see. God damn it. You might actually get very surprised, because again, if it is not you, but I feel like it is you, but even if it's not you, and I almost want to say it might be you and other people, the people that I feel like you're going to be shocked about the people that are part of your soul tribe, because I feel like some of them you have not yet met them, but these people have like a big personality. This might be people that perform on stage. This might be people that are in front of the camera. This might be people that are somehow like they have a big personality. So your soul tribe actually has a big personality. Okay, it's like you and your soul tribe, you're all gonna have like a big personality, or like a huge success story, or like a rags to riches story, or something about you're gonna have like a huge story when it comes to blessings and miracles, like where a miracle happens in your life. Other people don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but your friend circle, your soul tribe, they're going to tell you, man, I had the same happening to me. God brought a miracle to me. You know, not everybody understands that, right? You cannot talk to anybody about God bringing a miracle to you or seeing supernatural stuff. But your soul tribe, these are people that have been, I'm hearing they had conversations with God, they saw God, they had miracles happen in their life, from rags to riches. They had huge success stories where they had nothing and they came into everything, or a lot of good things came to them. They manifested a huge career out of nothing, from homelessness to, you know, a really nice apartment, owning property, all that stuff, okay? This is your soul tribe, because the Ten of Pentacles, I keep picking up your soul tribe here. Okay, for some of you guys, I'm also picking up the energy here, and I talked about this in pile number, I forgot which pile, but I feel like for some of you guys, you might be very surprised, because I feel like your New Year's Eve, you're actually going to celebrate with your soul tribe, like new people of your soul tribe, okay? Something about maybe this New Year's Eve is going to be about that you are going to celebrate with new friends that are genuine, like these are genuine soulmates, okay? That spirit is bringing to you. I'm hearing these people have like earth angel energy, or these people have very angelic energy. These people are very, very connected and close to God and the universe, and you can actually trust them, because there's going to be a lot of people that you cannot trust because of this blessing that is coming to you, okay? So Spirit is sending a lot of people coming to you that you can trust, and I feel like you're gonna celebrate New Year's Eve with these people, or there's something big happening around New Year's Eve, the end of the year. It could also be, this energy could also be connected to any other holiday where they do fireworks. I'm also being brought to the 4th of July here, so there could be something significant happening around the 4th of July. Where's the 10 of Pentacles here? Yeah, look at that. And for others of you, I'm going to be very honest, because if there's anything that you need to know about the Empress has everything. Does that make sense? And you're going to, again, trigger people. People are going to fucking hate you. I'm going to be very honest. And I'm hearing get used to it. You have to get used to it, okay? This blessing is going to come to you, but there's a dark side attached to it, and you need to kind of like make peace with it. Just see it as SpongeBob, Squidward. SpongeBob, Squidward. There's nothing personal about this. Their fight is with themselves and with God and the universe, or the lack of connection that they have with the universe and God. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You're just triggering it. You're just bringing it out of them, okay? Someone who's also going to travel for New Year's Eve, if you didn't know about it, but the signs might be telling you you're about to travel for New Year's Eve, or your New Year's Eve, you're going to be in a different place, is what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, I'm also hearing you are about to meet a soulmate at the gym, or at a yoga class, or something about the gym, the yoga class, or when you're going for a run, you might be meeting I'm hearing it's like a soul family member that you might be meeting there. For others of you, you might be meeting someone significant when you go to the hairdresser, or something about a hairdresser, getting a wig installed. You could be ending up being friends with a hairdresser, or with somebody that is like a fashion designer, not a fashion designer, a stylist. I'm being brought to a stylist here, okay? I'm being brought to a stylist, somebody who does wigs, or somebody who works in the beauty industry. You might end up being very connected to this person, okay? Someone here also from your soul tribe could be somebody who works with cars or is selling cars. Another soul tribe family member is practicing, like they're very fit, so they practice yoga. They could be a yoga teacher, a yoga instructor. They could be a professional, how do you call that? They could be a personal trainer. Okay, someone here, you could also end up being connected to a makeup artist, again, a stylist, someone who does fashion. Yeah, I'm also hearing a nutritionist. Okay. Can you please clarify the 10 of Pentacles one more? Yeah, look at that. I cannot make this fucking up. Do you see that? Someone from your soul tribe could also be a singer or a rapper or somebody who produces beats and music. For others of you, you could be ending up meeting a person who's gonna actually become famous and celebrate success with their music, or something along those lines. You could also end up being connected to a professional, like where somebody professionally, how do you call that? They professionally do sports, like this is like a professional basketball player or something along those lines. Again, not for everybody, but this is what I'm seeing here. Something about a professional basketball player, soccer player, football player, music producer, or a musician. For some of you guys, if you do produce music, I'm seeing like a big success moment coming to you when you produce music. Also something about the gym or sports, something about where the gym or sports or doing sports is going to bring a lot of happiness to you, or it's going to bring your soul tribe to you, or the success that is coming to you might actually come to you when you are like going to the gym, or you're like in a Zumba class, or you're dancing, or you are on a treadmill, or you're going for a run, or something along those lines, okay? But again, there's something about certain people are not allowed. Do you see that? Literally, access denied, not allowed in pile number 3's life. So this might be something that you have been going through, or that might happen in the future, and Spirit is trying to prepare you mentally and physically. It says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now, okay? So the signs also have been telling you to be more playful or to have more fun. Okay, or to connect to your inner child. I'm also being brought to kind of like you remembering who you were as a child, or something about coming back to who you were as a child, because people, like, life has been like, you know, like life has been, you know, almost making you into a person that you don't want to be, and you're coming back to who you were when you were a child, or a huge revelation coming to you as you look at pictures from yourself as a child or from your childhood is what I'm picking up here. Okay, we also have here the card share. It says, when you share, everyone feels happy. You see, so there's only a limited amount of people that are allowed to be part of your success story and your blessings. And Spirit is gonna basically, like, this is the signs that you have been receiving, like something about like you cannot go to this place anymore, these people don't like you, don't even like, you need to be more careful, or something about you have to be careful who you tell what, something about there's only specific people that you are allowed to share information and blessings and money with, or share the good news with. So Spirit might be showing you, you can trust them, you can trust them, you can trust them. Nope, 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 nope. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me here. We also have here laughter. It says you need a good laugh. Okay. So Spirit also maybe has been telling you that there's a lot of reasons for you to smile, because there's something huge about to come to you, is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Well, let me actually see. I want to get one last card here for the Three of Swords. Or something about Spirit wants you to be more playful, have more fun, or I'm also picking up something about where you don't have to worry about your finances and money, because there's a miracle about to happen. So you can be a little bit more loose and calm. Does it make sense? What's the Three of Swords here? Actually, let's look at the Great Fortune. What is the Great Fortune connected to for pile number 3? Oh, and we also wanted to check the timing, and then I'm gonna... Oh, you see, god damn it, I told you guys. Okay, for some of you guys, this huge blessing that is coming to you is that your health is coming back. And we all know, I'm hearing health as well. So first of all, your health returns, and then the money comes in. For some of you guys, this huge miracle is connected to your health. There could be a miracle happening with your health. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm just a tarot reader, but I'm hearing there might be a miracle happening with your health, or something about you recovering from something. First your health is returning, and then money is coming in. For others of you, this Great Fortune with the Fool card could be that you will be able to travel to your dream country, or you will be able to, I'm also hearing a digital nomad, where you can work from everywhere you want. So you might be traveling for work, or something about a job that helps you to travel across countries, or a job that helps you to live in a different country because you want to live in a different country. Okay. Yeah, with the Seven of Cups, I'm picking up something about a childhood dream. Because let me tell you something, okay? I'm gonna share it with you. But when I was younger, my dream was to own like an ice cream car and sell ice cream by a beach. When I was younger, that was my dream. I wanted to have my own car, you know, like those ice cream cars, and I wanted it in pink because I like the color pink, and I wanted to sell ice cream by the beach. That was my dream, and that's what it reminds me of. Okay. That's what it reminds me of. So this could also be like a dream career. Yeah, for some of you guys, there's something about a dream career, or that your job or your career or your hobbies, they support you fully. Like you can pay any bills, anything that you think of, you can pay anything and everything with your dream job. Okay, with like your hobby is going to become your main income, and you can pay everything. There's more than enough that you make with that job, or with this hobby, or with this energy. Okay, so if we look at my dream, I would be like the most well-known ice cream car in Spain, and everybody comes to me and I can pay everything. Although people think you cannot make a living off of being an ice cream woman or selling ice cream, but I can pay all my bills and I can travel everywhere I go, because everybody loves my ice cream. And then I come out with an ice cream, how do you call that? With an ice cream something, ice cream merch or whatever. That's what it feels like to me here. okay, is what you're walking into. But again, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, okay? Yeah, so let's look at timing, when this energy is coming to you or when this energy is fully manifesting. Another thing, before I even go to the timing, Spirit has also, the signs have also been telling you that some people want to leech off of you. So Spirit has been trying to expose the leeches that want you to do all the work. They don't want to put in work into their, listen to me. This energy for me feels like you have been working on your dreams, you have been working on manifesting for years, and other people didn't put in the work. First of all, now they're mad that they don't have what you have, even though they didn't put in the work. So please check yourself. If you don't put in the work, why do you expect to have the same result? I don't get it. That's number one. Number two, these people have been waiting for you to be successful because they don't want to put in the work. They just an energy where these people wanted you to be successful. It's kind of like, you know, like Kim Kardashian, where she brought success to her family, so her family members don't have to. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like where people wanted you to do all the work. So you're the main character. You are like the main character. You bring all the money in, and they just sit there pretty and they just leech off of your success, but they didn't put any effort into it. They did not even support you when you needed them. So why the fuck do they think they can sit next to you? What the fuck? So Spirit maybe also has been showing you, look at this person. They have been supporting you since day one. They always have been there for you. They deserve to sit next to you. They also have been showing you this person doesn't support you when there's rainy days, when things don't go as planned, when things are hard. Where the fuck are they? Now they want to sit next to you as things are manifesting in your life? The fuck no. They have to learn their lesson. If you want something, you have to work hard for it. Or you have to be a genuine person. Either or. You cannot be a scumbag. Okay, let me come back, okay? So they maybe have been trying to show you that certain people want to leech off of you, or this might happen in the future. So the signs will revolve around leeches, so that you can spot genuine support and you can spot leeches, okay? Short and simple. Okay, let's see. I'm also hearing someone here, the signs have been telling you that you are becoming an author, or you're going to be a successful author, or something about someone here, your book is meant to go viral. Like I'm seeing even on TikTok, because you're somehow meant to change people's minds, or to bring people back to something about someone you're supposed to become like an author, or your book is supposed to go viral, okay? Okay, Spirit, can you tell me this great fortune manifesting in pile number 3's life, when will it happen? Okay, let's do 3 piles, okay? You can choose between 1, 2, or 3, because I feel like it's a general reading, so I know the timing is going to be different for different people. So choose between 1, 2, or 3. So for pile number 1, what is going to be the the timing for that? We have here Aries season, which Aries season. So this could be next year, Aries season, because we're already over Aries season. It says 21st of March until the 20th of April. But it also says, so for some of you guys, it is in Aries season next year, where things are going to take the fuck off. For others of you, I'm seeing 1 week, 1 month. It says employ pioneering spirit. So the first time frame is 1 week, 1 month, or Aries season next year. Okay, pile number 2, or time frame for the ones that chose 2. Oh, that's too much. The time frame for my beautiful pile number, well, it's pile number 3, but pile number 3, number 2. Time frame for number 2. We have you will start all over again. It says 10 days, 10 weeks. Okay, so for those that chose the number 2, this will come to you within 10 days or 10 weeks. Okay, and it could be connected to you starting something all over again, or starting something now that is going to pay off in 10 weeks, basically, or 10 days. Okay, and the last 3, pile number 3, number 3, so 3, 3. Time frame for pile number 3 who chose time frame 3. 3. Let's see. Okay, we have here enjoy time. It says 6 days, 6 weeks. Okay, so for others of you, the success is coming to you in 6 days, 6 weeks. Yeah, for the ones that chose 3. Or you could be seeing that all of what I'm saying is starting to manifest. It's starting to come piece by piece. Okay, so 1, if you chose time frame number 1, this could take place in Aries season next year, which would be March, April next year, or in 1 week, between 1 week and 1 month. Number 2 would be between 10 days and 10 weeks. Number 3 would be between 6 days and 6 weeks, that something is manifesting, that this great fortune is starting to come to you, okay? Or that you're gonna achieve a huge milestone financially, or a big change happening when it comes to your career, okay? So pile number 3, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I love you guys. I'm gonna see you in my next one. Bye.